Gene Silva has beaten Drew Dober via doctor stoppage in round 3. And what a fight this was. Unbelievable stuff, to be fair, at UFC Denver. Honestly, both guys absolute warriors. Gene Silva winning 2 times in 2 weeks. Unbelievable stuff from him. Absolute warrior. And Drew Dober as well. I mean, took some massive shots there, continued with a massive cut for God knows how long. And, hung in there and was able to get some good success in that fight. But yeah, I think, Silva definitely got the better work in there 100%. And I think definitely won both the first 2 rounds and is definitely probably going to win that 3rd round as well. But overall, though, what a fight from both guys. Definitely going to be fight of the night, 100%. But yeah, look, I think Dober was able to get some good shots in there, able to close that gap down at times. But to be fair, though, Silva was able to definitely pick off the better shots on Drew Dober throughout the fight and was just able to overwhelm him quite a bit at times as well, to be fair, putting better combinations together overall. Silva was definitely smarter with his shots in that fight, as was expected, and Dober was able to, come in swinging a bit, able to land some decent shots, get some good work in. Dober, I think, is always in a good fight, but Silva as well, an absolute menace, to be fair. Unbelievable stuff. Silva was able to work the body well with some good shots. Silva mixes his shots up well. He's got a good, solid shot selection. He's very ridiculously underrated, Gene Silva, overall, to be fair. And for him, it's going to be really interesting to see who the UFC decide to stick him in there with next, especially after that, because I think a fight like that for Gene Silva 100% gets his stock high, in my opinion. I think it definitely makes people a lot more interested in him after that one, to be fair, because that was an absolutely unbelievable performance from him, and he was in a very good fight. He was definitely the better man in that fight throughout, 100%. No question about it. Outlanded Drew Dober, landed the bigger shots on him 100%. I mean, yeah, Dober was able to get some good success at times as well, made it into a good fight, Dober tried to make the fight as close as possible. But I think the rounds were fairly simple to give to Silva, though, in my opinion. As much as Dober tried to make them as close as they could be, Gene Silva was definitely able to pick up the rounds, put in the better work, mixing some good leg kicks throughout. And yeah, the shots up top, upstairs were very good from Gene Silva, though. He's really able to put a real beating on Dober, punish him up top to the head. Dober, again, tried to shut that gap down, came in swinging quite a bit at time as well in that fight. But yeah, it's just so difficult. It was just too difficult for Dober to get a rhythm going, because Silva, he has some good hands on him. He can box really well, and his shot selection is really good. He's very good at timing you when you're coming in. That's what Gene Silva's good at, and he's just very good at putting his shots together. And he's very dangerous. He's got some good power in his hands as well. Yeah, he's a dangerous man to be in there with in that show tonight. Very good stuff from Gene Silva. Who do they stick him in there with next, though? That's the big question. I wouldn't mind seeing him in there with, I don't know, like when Fiziev comes back, could we see Gene Silva and Fiziev or something? I don't know if that's a bit of a step too far for him. I mean, Bobby Green and Paddy Pimblett, could we see Gene Silva possibly fight the winner of that fight? That could definitely be a possibility. That makes sense because they're fighting in like 2 weeks. So that makes sense. RDA and Gene Silva, I mean, again, interesting. There's loads of interesting fights to be made for Gene Silva, in my opinion, now. And, if he's in another war and another big fight, then, it makes things really interesting, in my opinion. Because if he has another good performance in another big war, then it makes things interesting for him, because it can put his stock high, in my opinion, with being a real good BMF overall, in my opinion. That's exactly what Gene Silva is. He's a real BMF, and, he's exciting to watch. He's very exciting to watch overall, and that's the good thing about him. He can get his stock high. That I truly believe that he's very good to watch. He's going to get on some pay-per-view events very soon, in my opinion. For Drew Dober, disappointment there, but he goes out of that fight with pride, though. If we're being honest, he should probably fight another fighter on ranked. Drew Dober, to be fair, if we're being honest, I'm not sure who they stick him in there with. That's going to be interesting to see. But I mean, Drew Dober will fight anyone, if we're being honest. We all know that. But yeah, at the end of the day, it didn't go his way. And I don't think there were too many people who expected it to go his way, to be fair. That's the thing. He was underdog going into this fight. Not a massive underdog, but I don't think there were many people who expected it to go his way if you have really looked in and watched Gene Silva a lot. But yeah, good fight, good enjoyable fight, and yeah, did exactly what they had to do. Put on a good show. They were always going to be fight of the night, 100%. Like overall in this card, they were like that one half decent. Well, they were that one good fight, really, to be fair. Other than that, it's a sloppy card that's been put on. But yeah, Drew Dober, Gene Silva doing what they had to do. Good stuff from Gene Silva. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, King. I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching.